I absolutely love all the special candy apples they make at the Disney parks. What I love even more are the Halloween candy apples they offer. The Disney Parks YouTube page has actually done some DIY tutorials for how to make these apples, but that's using perfectly tempered chocolate and with expert candy makers, so I wanted to put to the test if you can actually DIY these special Halloween candy apples. Today I am doing an at-home DIY video for how to make a Mickey pumpkin and a Minnie witch candy apple, entirely made from scratch. To make these, you'll need Granny Smith apples. I have 6 apples, 3 for each design. My goal was to at least end up with 1 acceptable looking apple per design. You'll need popsicle sticks or lollipop sticks. I had these popsicle sticks on hand, so I decided to go with them. I'm following a basic caramel recipe, which I'll link in the description. It requires 2 cups of packed brown sugar, 1 cup light corn syrup, 1 14-ounce can sweetened condensed milk, 1 cup butter, and 2 teaspoons vanilla extract. To decorate, you'll need standard sized marshmallows, 2 per apple, white coating chocolate, milk chocolate, a small amount of purple coating chocolate, and an even smaller amount of orange coating chocolate. You'll also need orange sanding sugar. I ended up needing way more than I had bought, purple sanding sugar, and orange M&Ms. By the recommendation of the caramel recipe, I quickly submerged my apples in boiling water to remove any wax on the exterior. And I have them prepped here and ready on a tray with parchment paper. We're going to start by putting our sticks in our apples. You actually want to turn your apples upside down because Disney always puts the stick in the bottom of the apple for a better shape. You might need to press firmly to get the stick securely in the apple. When your apples are prepped, we can start the caramel. Put all your caramel ingredients, except for vanilla, in a pot on medium-high heat and combine. You need to make sure you're stirring constantly, and you want to bring the mixture to a boil. Once boiling, reduce the heat to medium and keep cooking until a candy thermometer reads 248 degrees. This may take some time and you need to keep stirring the entire time or the caramel might burn. Once you've reached the magic 248 degrees, remove your pot from heat and add in your 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Stir that in and get ready to dip in your apples. Take your apple and dip and swirl it around in the caramel. Don't entirely cover it in the caramel. Leave a small ring of visible apple around the top. We're doing this so that we don't have any problems with the caramel when we cover it in the chocolate. Be sure to take a spatula and scrape off any excess caramel on the bottom before you set it on a tray with parchment paper. Let your caramel cool and set. You can put them in the fridge if needed. Now to get started with decorating. Take your marshmallows and with kitchen scissors, cut off a small slice along the long side of the marshmallow. I accidentally put the marshmallows on my apples wrong. You want them so that the circular side is facing you. The stickiness from the cut along the marshmallows should act as a good glue to hold it onto the apple. Using a double boiler, melt down your milk chocolate. We're going to dip and cover all our apples for our Minnie witch design. Dip and make sure you fully cover everything in chocolate. You need to pretty vigorously shake the apple to smooth off and get rid of the excess chocolate. Be sure to use a spatula and also smooth off the chocolate on the bottom. Repeat this for your other apples, and then you'll want to put them in the fridge until the chocolate sets. We're now going to melt white chocolate for both our Mickey pumpkin and Minnie witch. My milk chocolate is still setting, so I'm going to take the apples for my Mickey pumpkin and coat them in the white chocolate. This white chocolate was horrible to work with. It was both streaky and ended up chunky, but I did my best to get a semi-even coverage on the apples. and I ensure to shake and scrape off the excess chocolate. After we coat these apples, we're going to immediately cover them in orange sanding sugar. Use a spoon or a cup to sprinkle the sanding sugar all over the chocolate. Halfway through my second apple, I ran out of sanding sugar, so expect to go through quite a lot of sugar with this design. I'm now going to draw on the Mickey pumpkin face. I put some of the remainder of my milk chocolate from earlier in a bottle, but you can also pipe using a Ziploc bag, which I'll show later. Draw on 2 triangles for the eyes, a smaller triangle for the nose, and a mouth. For the mouth, the tooth goes down under its left eye and up under its right eye. This one's done, so we can put it in the fridge while we finish up with our mini witch design. We're going to dunk these apples in the same white chocolate about halfway up, getting an even line all around. Now we take our M&Ms and place them around. Place the text side down and put the M&Ms in a high-low pattern. Next, we're going to take our purple sanding sugar and sprinkle it around to cover all of the white chocolate. Pop these back in the fridge while we finish up our last element. You're now going to melt your purple chocolate. I just melted it in the microwave since it was a pretty small amount. I'm putting this chocolate in a Ziploc bag and cutting off a small tip to be able to pipe a design. I'm piping out a witch's hat shape. The Disney Parks uses an actual mold for Minnie's hat, but we get to freehand. I tried out a few shapes and sizes, but I definitely could have made the hats even bigger. Because my chocolate was a little lighter color than my sprinkles, I decided to put sprinkles on it so it would be the same shade. Next, I'm melting up the orange chocolate to create a small bow accent. I started with trying to make actual bow shapes, but then I realized making a bow tie shape with 2 triangles facing each other and a dot in the middle looked much better and matched the Disney Parks design. Put this tray of chocolates in the fridge until they set. Once hardened, I'm going to use white chocolate to glue the bow onto the hat. And then I'm using milk chocolate to glue the hat onto the apple. And ta-da! That's it! These definitely didn't come out perfect, but I really love how they look and they also tasted amazing. If you're like myself and don't get to go to the parks often, this is the perfect way to bring the treats of the parks, especially for this Halloween season, right to your home. Thanks for watching!